Yo, what is up, everybody? And welcome back to another Madden 24 online CFM game. We are now in Wild Card Weekend of the 2024 season here in the Premier Madden League. Our defending Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams entered this year as the 3 seed on the NFC side of the bracket. And in the wild card round, we have a matchup with a familiar foe, the Arizona Cardinals. It'll be round 3 of Rams versus Cardinals this year. In the first 2 installments of this NFC West rivalry, our Rams pulled off the win. In fact, our Rams not only swept the Cardinals, we swept the entire NFC West. That was the strength of our team this season, going 6-0 in the division. That was half of our team's victories. We'll have to get a 7th win against Arizona, a team that did not make the playoffs last year, but has really turned things around in Season 2 on the strength of a very young roster. Our Rams team, we're getting healthy at the right time, except at the left end position, where not only is Rayshon Benny hurt, not only is Kobe Durant hurt, Mike Dana is hurt, and I didn't even know this guy was on the roster. And the reason why Mike Dana is on the roster is because our only 2 left ends were hurt, and Madden auto-signed Mike Dana, which I did not know until we did our practice, and he got injured in practice. So what we have to do now is put Mike Dana on the IR and sign the left end, not to play, but just to have on the roster, because this is what Madden's gonna make us do. Now, the consequences to that is Madden cut our 4th-string wide receiver Tim Patrick. There was nothing I could do about that, and we can't re-sign Tim Patrick for this week because we need that extra roster spot for the left end while Turner and Benny are still out. So a little bit of drama there, but now we have to settle things on the field against the Arizona Cardinals. Unlike last year, we have a home game at SoFi Stadium. We're not Road Warriors all the way. At least for this week, we'll have a home game, and hopefully we'll be playing football next week. Here we go. We are underway, getting the playoffs going in 2024 as Xavier Worthy taking the opening kick return. Xavier Worthy, everybody knows about the speed he possesses after the 40-yard dash he had in real life and in Madden. In our league, he's pretty fast, as well as that sketchy pass is completed. Kyler Murray already playing with fire early in the going, as the run by the ever so dangerous Emery DeMarcado only gets a yard. 3rd down, Kyler looking. Oh, what a catch by Marquise Brown in traffic, surviving the hit from Deion Jones, as that's a catch by Trey McBride, the young stud at tight end. And there's our heat-seeking missile at middle linebacker. Foyce Lucan making the tackle, but that's Aaron Donald injured and out for this 3rd down. Can Kyler take advantage? Oh, not quite. He wanted Worthy on the out route and just missed the throw. It looked like it was there for the taking if he was on target. But the huge news is Aaron Donald is out for the rest of the game. So if we want to get to the next round of the playoffs, we're going to have to do it without the best player on our team, the future Hall of Famer. And against an Arizona team that has one of the top running backs, one of the top rushing attacks, that's going to be tough. And that's going to put pressure on our offense, which right now, not handling too well. We might be in danger of going 3 and out here unless we could cook something up with the rookie, Jalen Henderson, in his first playoff start. Stepping, looking, floating, Nakua. Got it! Oh, a teardropper from Jalen Henderson, and Nakua makes the nice grab. Next play, wide open. That's the easy button. That's 10. Cooper Kupp. That will not quite set up a 1st down and goal, but just about, as Kupp back-to-back catches, a nice stiff arm, and battling all the way to the 2 as our starting right tackle Havenstein injured on the play. 3rd down and goal, Gibson in the backfield, dialing up Isaiah Hodgins, who falls down short of the goal line, and now 4th down at the 1. Big decision early in the playoffs, early in the game. We're going for it, and we got it! Cooper Kupp, call up 10, and he always delivers. This is the time of year when cold-blooded Cooper does his thing to defenses, and if this opening drive is any indication, our offense is going to run through 10, and the Arizona Cardinals better adjust quickly. Now it's time for us to make the adjustment for trying to figure out our game plan without Aaron Donald, without that inside stuff, El Toro under pressure, all those dynamic abilities. Along with the fact that we're down our 2 left ends, Rayshon Benny and Kobe Turner, that leaves a big gap inside. Can anyone step up? As that'll be a nice step up and fire by Kyler to Marquise Brown. Kyler 4 for 5, but had that big miss on the earlier third down. Kyler resetting his footing. Worthy, both feet in, and the 5th overall pick from this year's draft, trying to make an impact as Jadeveon Clowney gets the tackle for loss in the ground game. And so far, doing a decent job of keeping DeMarcado bottled up, trying to force him into our linebackers, Clowney and Alucon. Here's another big third down for Kyler. Looking! Oh, what a hit by Kobe Durant! Flattening the receiver running middle of the field, who had his hands on it but could not survive the hit. And we hold Arizona to a field goal, which I suppose we will take. Not what we want, but like I said, defensively, we can't expect the excellence that we normally possess with Aaron Donald. We kind of have to take those small victories when we can get them and really not make mistakes on this side of the ball as Kupp takes a late hit, no penalty. Referee sleeping on the play as we get Antonio Gibson with a carry, a gain of 5. Next play, pressure, and down goes Henderson. It's Buda Baker unblocked off the edge, and now it's third down and a mile for Jalen going outside. Kupp, what a route, what a catch. Cooper Kupp, 3rd and long, one-on-one. You gotta give him a chance and see what he can do as Julian Fleming makes his first catch in the playoffs, but not gonna do much. Trying to get him in open spaces we've been doing all season long. A dynamic player with the ball in his hands, but not gonna get a yard. Next play, out the backfield, Antonio Gibson flattened, and we're probably gonna have to take him out and put Kirk Merritt in for this third down. That we do. Man open, it's Kupp. Same way we scored the touchdown on 4th down and goal. We get a first down conversion by going to Cooper Kupp. I mean, hey, you gotta cover him. Like, hello. There's Kirk Merritt out the backfield. We're balancing Merritt and Gibson at that running back position as we've done all season long. Gibson back at it. The more bruising of the two running backs is now Hunter Henry is injured, and it's been injuries galore. You see Josh Uche, the premier pass rusher on this Cardinals team. He's banged up. And right now, both teams are going through it. We have a big third down. We're going to empty the backfield going Henderson. First down. Jalen Henderson calling his own number as now Owen Popo, the standout middle linebacker, is hurt. Hunter Henry, broken ribs. See you later, Hunter. That's going to put Tyler Higbee at the number 1 tight end position as Jalen, second down, quick fire. Got it to Merritt, looking for the end zone. He does get a first down at the 1 as Popo, broken collarbone. He's out for the rest of the game now as Merritt not going to get it. Gibson will up the gut into the end zone for 6. Antonio Gibson has had a nose for the end zone all season long. The free agent acquisition, our 1A at running back or 1B, depending on how you balance him and Kirk Merritt. Nonetheless, you love to see a 14-play drive going the length of the field, because those are the kind of drives you need to pull off in the playoffs. The Arizona Cardinals are going to need a long drive because they're starting at their own 14-yard line after that kick return went nowhere. Bomb in traffic! And it's nearly intercepted by Tre'Vius Hodges-Tomlinson. Oh, man, that might have been a missed opportunity. Second down. Yeah, you know what happens. You drop an interception. Next play, you're going to give up a chunk play. That's Trey McBride as Emery DeMarcado outside. And we just don't want to give up the big plays to DeMarcado, but that's a gain of 8. That's a little bit more than we like. Second down, play action. Kyler, watch out! Do not put your hands in the cookie jar. Bo Braid, the rookie safety, stepping up on the big stage. Our defense is playing great right now. Let's see if the offense can keep the wheels moving. Gibson on a screen pass on first down. Jalen Henderson, a super efficient 13 for 14. Handing off to Merritt on second down. Soft box allows Merritt to get about 10 yards without being touched as we go outside to Fleming, and Julian Fleming, a little bit of the rookie woes right now, not really getting his footing down. Man open, that's Tyler Higbee, our starting tight end last year. He'll have to step up now with the injury to Hunter Henry. Third down, we've been great on third down so far today. Henderson last second firing, and oh, just short. It's a catch by Higbee, but it's short of the sticks. And once again, 4th and short, we're on the field. Henderson, ball in his hands, blitz coming, man open, Gibson again, his 2nd touchdown of the game. Antonio Gibson. Oh, baby, we are firing on all cylinders offensively. And even when you put our backs against the wall, we're handling the pressure well, or at least well enough. That pass was a little bit of an errant pass by Jalen, but that's why you get a receiving back like Antonio Gibson. He has that background from playing in college as a receiver at Memphis. Both him and Merritt have that dual capability that really makes this offense more dynamic as Xavier Worthy has to stop returning these kickoffs. He is killing his team's field position right now. Down goes Kyler, down at his own one. Byron Young getting home. Kyler is in a mental pretzel right now, and he needs one of these star players to bail him out. Could it be DeMarcado? That'll help. Third down, out the trips. Murray, pocket good, going. Worthy, who is crushed by Grant Delpit. And there's no way the Cardinals are going for this 4th and 8, a minute 50 left in the first half. Kyler's on the field, his own 15, and play clock one. Yeah, they're not going to get this off, and Arizona's going to burn a timeout. Might have been bluffing there. Maybe not, because they're on the field. Desperate times calling for desperate measures? But this reeks of desperation. Here we go. Kyler in trouble. Here's Clowney. Got him. Turnover on downs. Kyler trying to extend the play, but Clowney says, no, not on my watch. First and goal, Gibson trying for the hat trick. A yard short, and a timeout that Arizona is probably going to burn anyways. It's going to be an injury timeout on Emmanuel Ogbah as we go to Gibson. Trying to score a touchdown. That same fullback dive we did earlier is now Isaiah Wynn. Our starting center injured. Holy cow, the injuries are going crazy. That's not what we wanted to stop the clock at our own expense. Third down. Are we going for the bubble? Yes, we are. Puka got it. Prancing Puka in for 6, and the Rams continue to be a well-oiled machine offensively. And what a stark contrast between our team. We're not getting the big plays, we're just executing, we're converting. Arizona, you know, they're not hitting their passes with Kyler, they're not making their catches in traffic, and now they're folding under the pressure with that desperate call there on third down that essentially gave us a free touchdown, getting a first down and goal at the 3. Arizona, one timeout, 90 seconds to go in the half. Let's see what they can cook up, because they badly need a big play. They need a big score as Kyler gets the first down middle of the field. But of course, with that one timeout, you're going to expect a lot of up-tempo. Oh man, Kyler feeling the heat from Jadeveon Clowney. The veteran is playing one heck of a game on the edge, as that'll be caught. Oh, Brown getting away, making a move in the open field. Hollywood Brown splitting 2 defenders, and that's huge because he's able to get out of bounds as well. Kyler dumped. That's Gabe Hall, who has a dev game today, trying to go from normal to star, and that might have gotten the rookie a dev upgrade. Now let's see if we can get the win. Arizona holding on to that final timeout. Here's a play fake. Kyler looking, stepping, throwing, got it. McBride down at the 9-yard line, and Arizona has to burn that final timeout. They really got to be careful here. First down, Kyler back in the end zone and picked off. Kobe Durant. Kobe bowling in LA. That's nothing new. And that will essentially wrap up the end of the first half. You know, we have a 28-3 lead. We're not going to push the issue, but we also don't want to relax. We do not want to be the Atlanta Falcons with a 28-3 lead. But what a perfect start to the playoffs, and all we got to do is hang on now, because if we win this game, we get Aaron Donald back next week. We got to win this one for Aaron. Oh, look at the kick return by Merritt. 33, got to the 33-yard line, tackled by the kicker. Oh, man, I can see the end zone from there, but instead, second down, bombing for Merritt with the stab, with the grab. Jalen Henderson with the perfect pass and a perfect playoff debut for Jalen Henderson, it must be said. RPO outside, Fleming in, zooming for 6. Fleming in a flash. Oh yeah, that's why you get Julian Fleming in open space, because he can go from 0 to 100 in a heartbeat. And really, the Arizona Cardinals defensively are just leaving those bubbles, that RPO game, open all game. The way they're in these base alignments defensively, it's giving us opportunities to either run the ball or take the bubble, just play that cat and mouse game. And the Cardinals are getting burnt by it, and now they're in the face of a blowout with their playoff lives on the line. The defending champs are suddenly playing like the defending champs. It's about that time of year, I suppose, but long way to go in this game. We're playing the game of Madden. You never know what can happen, as DeMarcado brought down after a gain of 1. Good open field tackle, and with the lead now, that's going to make Arizona go less to the ground game, which definitely benefits us with all the injuries on our defensive line. Xavier Worthy injured on that play as DeMarcado is buried by Byron Young. 4th down, the Cardinals gotta go for it here. Xavier Worthy is back on the field for this big play. Kyler drop back, looking, scanning, time's up! just got it off to Hollywood Brown, who takes the big hit from Bo Braid afterwards. Oh, Byron nearly got there in time as we have yet another injury to our defensive line. That's DJ Jones, the second or third string defensive tackle. Rondale Moore, a balancing act to the 3-yard line, and the best drive of the day by the Cardinals, trying to cap it off with a touchdown. DeMarcado getting a yard, closer on first down and goal. Second down, man is flipped, and DeMarcado is in. Ernest Brown just got flipped like what? That was a weird animation if you want to watch that one back, but Ernest Brown, of course, is only in the game because everybody else is hurt. And that might be the first snap Ernest Brown has played all season long, which proves the point that we really need to get this game over with. So our goal now, shorten the game, chew clock on, try to plug away at first downs, and slowly and methodically close out a tough Cardinals team that, despite us sweeping them in the regular season, we played 2 close games with the Cardinals that went down to the 4th quarter. Down go the Cardinals. Bye goes Gibson. Holy cow, he hit him with the stun gun, double juke, and set him free. Oh baby, Antonio Gibson with a playoff touchdown to remember, a playoff game to remember. Gibson has not been getting a lot of yards per carry despite his end zone totes, but that just changed it all. And even though we didn't accomplish our goal of chewing a lot of clock on that drive, we'll take a touchdown. That is fine by me, especially in that spectacular fashion. And the Arizona Cardinals, who, like we said, put together their best drive of the game. They marched downfield. Now you got to do it again with the same exact deficit as before. Their defense is definitely letting them down today. Lucan got Kyler for a loss of 9. 3rd down and a bunch. Murray middle going. Rondale Moore for the first down. And Arizona is really loving the trips today. They are really staying in the trips, and I mean, it's given us a little bit of trouble, but, you know, oh, that's a sketchy pass that's caught, and on the run, Emery DeMarcado, Delpit falls behind, and DeMarcado nearly gets the touchdown, and these are the kind of plays why you need to get the game over with, because now you get a touchdown for Emery DeMarcado on a broken play. Like I said, we're playing the game of Madden. That's the kind of stuff that can happen 1, 2, 3 times. So, yeah, that Gibson touchdown was really cool, but we don't want to get into a game of trading touchdowns with Arizona. We need to chew some clock. And like I said before, Antonio Gibson's yards per carry has not been great, but we need that to step up. Oh, that'll help. First down, Antonio Gibson, a gain of 8. That's perfect. You don't get the first down, but you're pretty close. You'll get it on the next play. Then you chew a little bit more clock. We're going to make the next play the last play of the 3rd quarter, getting that snap off with about 40 seconds to go, and we're going to let it go all the way down. So at the end of 3 quarters, it's our Los Angeles Rams with a 25-point lead, essentially parking the bus from here to close out a wild card weekend victory as Gibson gets mollywopped there. Not going to get too much. 3rd down, we're not really going to take a chance. Just give it to Antonio Gibson, trying to do some dance moves, and a good effort to bring up a 4th down and short near midfield. In a more desperate situation, we would go for that, but with a 25-point lead, we're going to play it smart, punt the ball, force Arizona to go to length of the field, and they get a broken tackle downfield. So be it, but otherwise, play everything downfield and lock up as Lucan misses a golden opportunity at an interception. Oh, he'll be shaking his head about that one. We had a couple of missed opportunities defensively, but we just got to keep everything in front of us right now. Don't want to panic by any means, and that's nearly picked off by Durant. Kobe Durant nearly got his 2nd of the day. Should have. We're just kind of letting them all slip by us right now as, yeah, why not? Drinking game, every time someone gets hurt, you would be heavily intoxicated by now. As DeMarcado runs the ball, and it must be said, our defense, without Aaron Donald for pretty much this entire game, has been beautiful to see. Oh, out of control is Kyler, still launching downfield, and hauled in by Wilson. Incredible by Kyler. Clowney, who's been giving him headaches all day, nearly got him again, but Kyler improvising, extending, and making the miraculous throw. Now it's a goal to go at the 6. DeMarcado, who has that goal line back ability, so you know they just want to tote the rock. There's an RPO on 2nd down. That's not going to fly. Grant Delpit, great containment. Not even getting a yard on the play, keeping it in bounds. Gotta keep an eye on DeMarcado in case they still run it, which they do. DeMarcado slipping in for 6 once again. Is it too little too late, or are the Cardinals on the verge of making a big comeback? In the last playoff game our Rams played, we did blow a 21-point lead in the Super Bowl, despite winning that game. So being able to close games out might not be our strong suit. The Arizona Cardinals do not go for the onside kick, which is a little bit surprising there in an 18-point game. I would go for the onside, especially the way onsides are in Madden, but I'm glad they didn't, as we get the gain of 1 yard. But once again, we're not really able to get big gains on the ground unless we speak it into existence, I suppose, as Antonio Gibson battling, fighting, clawing there, and we're just riding 26 right now. He's gonna get every toe here, 2 hands side on that ball, and keep it chill, keep it chill. Oh, that's not chill! That's a heart stopper there. Antonio Gibson flattened, trying to do too much. All right, 3rd down and 14. 2 hands tight on that ball. Maybe not. Antonio Gibson has a flair for the dramatics, and that's going to be an injury timeout to Chris Barnes of the Cardinals. And that's big, because that's going to stop the clock at 2:47 instead of allowing us to chew the clock close to the 2-minute warning. And these injury timeouts are really, along with our lack of being able to run the ball, hindering our ability to close this game out. As Kyler outside, he's playing until the final whistle right now, as Gabe Hall now gets hurt. I don't know if we have anybody else left on the defensive line. Clowney might have to play inside at this point. This is crazy. 2nd down, Kyler firing. Perfect pass. That's Rondale Moore making the catch. Inbounds back to the line. Go to the Arizona Cardinals. 1, maybe 2 more plays before the 2-minute warning. And we burn a timeout because we need a little bit of a different defense. Here we go. Cardinals in trips again. This isn't really sim, but anyways, this is DeMarcado with the catch out the backfield, falling forward to the 9-yard line, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. I mean, we are on pins and needles just trying to hang on without Gabe Hall, who is out with an upper arm fracture for the rest of the playoffs, perhaps. 1st down, Kyler in trouble, extending the play, throwing, and got it! Kyler Murray! He really is saving his best for last. That's Brown with the touchdown reception. It's a 12-point game all of a sudden. This one is not over yet. And surely we're going to get the onside kick here. There we go. Graham Gano, if the Cardinals get this one with all their timeouts, a lot of pressure on our Rams to close the game out. It's up in the air and touched illegally by Arizona before the 10-yard marker. Easily before the 10-yard marker, and that will give us the ball near midfield. And now Arizona has to burn their timeouts. Burning their defense once again is Antonio Gibson, who gives himself up at the 12-yard line, because at this point we need to take these timeouts away from Arizona to end this game, more so than just scoring 1 more touchdown, as Gibson with the toe. And now we're taking those timeouts away. That's what we need to do to just finish this game finally once and for all, as we go to Cup outside. Little RPO, try to catch him sleeping, a gain of 2, and there's the final timeout by Arizona. We're definitely going to keep this on the ground, not really trying to make anything happen, just trying to run the clock. That is all we want to do, and we do not need to get our field goal blocked here, which, oh, we're running a fake! Chase McLaughlin! He wants to throw it! He's not going to get it off. Arizona blocked our kick in the regular season, the only missed kick of the year for Chase McLaughlin. I didn't want to give them a chance to do it again, so I was like, you know what? If we catch him sleeping, we could get a fake off, but it didn't really work out. Nonetheless, they are still deep in their own territory, deeper now, and nearly a fatal blow as Kyler lost the ball. No timeouts for Arizona, so that might as well have been the final blow as time is ticking under 20 seconds to go. Murray from his own 9-yard line. Good pocket, not anymore. Throwing in traffic, and what a grab by Foyce Lucan to finally finish this game once and for all. The Los Angeles Rams are moving on to the next round of the playoffs. A bend of the knee from Jameis Winston, and the defending champs continue to do what they do in the playoffs, but not without a bit of a scare from Arizona in that second half. They really turned up the pace, and I mean, we played part the bus, I guess, well enough. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much we win by, as long as we win and as long as we move on. Just got a little bit too close for comfort there, especially with the way onside kicks are in this year's Madden. You never want to keep a game too close, but Arizona was cooking up in that second half as we try to play some prevent defense, but now we move on, and now we got to figure out what's up with the injuries, because in the moment of the game, you know, it's just next man up, get back in there, but there were a lot of injuries in this game. We got to figure out who's going to be playing for us next week and who's not. Cause I know Aaron Donald's gonna be back, but I know Gabe Hall is out. I know Isaiah Wynn. I don't know if he's gonna be back. I know Hunter Henry is done. Havenstein was banged up in that game. I think he'll be back. We'll check it all after the game as we see some of our in-game performances, and then, I mean, I'm not sure who will be playing in the next round because it's going to be based on the other teams in the NFC bracket. Because we're the 3 seed right now. We could play, depending on, we could play the 2 seed next week. We could play the 4, you know, and we could play a 5. It really depends on how the rest of the matchups go. So we just kind of got to sit and wait, and we'll find out next week who we are playing, which we're actually going to find out right away because the league advanced after our game, which was really unfortunate that someone advanced the league before we could get out of the game, because as you see, we load out of the game and the Gabe Hall dev story is not even here. So we were supposed to click on the Gabe Hall dev story. He got a sack, so we should have been able to get that story to get from normal to star, get his XP, get his dev upgrade, but someone screwed up. One, the commissioner screwed up and advanced the league, and we are not able to get that dev story. Now, we are going to still be given the dev by the commish because they screwed up, but it's still pretty frustrating that they did that. And it's not the first time it's happened, but yeah, I guess we just got to move on and figure out who in the world is injured before we get out of here. But we do find out our next round opponent right away is going to be the New Orleans Saints. It's going to be a rematch of last year's divisional round of the playoffs, in fact. And not only a rematch, it's going to be a rematch in the Superdome as well. So, yeah, these are all the injuries, and judging by what we've got, we're probably going to have to put Hunter Henry on the IR before we get out of here because, yeah, we are not going to get Hunter Henry back for the rest of the playoffs. The man's out for 4 weeks, but it was like we lost Henry and Gabe Hall in that game. Everyone else is going to be back next week, and Rayshon Benny, he'll still be out for 1 more week if we can get that far. Trying to get 1 week at a time right now, trying to keep the team intact in the process. And I guess we'll figure out all that roster stuff before we get into next week's game. But that's going to do it for this one. Leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed what you guys saw today. Subscribe for more Madden 24 gameplay. Shout out Gabe Hall. You got his dev story, but he sacrificed his life in the process. He's only a 1 week injury, I guess. So if we do make it back, we'll get him too. But who else are we going to lose in the process? Who knows? Find out next time. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you as always for watching.